Despite their addictive nature, loot games may be played in a stress-free manner. The repetitive nature of these grind-heavy games makes them perfect for unwinding at the end of a long day. And in today's video, I will show you the 8 best loot games on Nintendo Switch that you should play in 2022. So without wasting any more time, let's start this video. The first game of this video is Snack World: The Dungeon Crawl, Gold. Snack World: The Dungeon Crawl is an action role-playing game RPG in which the dungeons you explore are produced at random. In terms of loot games, The Dungeon Crawl has a rather long campaign. The main campaign consists of 11 chapters, with 2 more for downloadable material. Additionally, there is a lot to do after you finish the game. The Tutti Frutti Kingdom is a lighthearted place. Next up we have the Diablo 3 Eternal Collection. Diablo Eternal Collection is an absolute must-have for every Switch owner who is interested in the greatest loot-based games. If you appreciate fast-paced action RPGs, Diablo 3 Eternal Collection is a must-have. And it's loaded with more treasure than you can shake a stick at. There must be something about this game that has kept it popular for over a decade and counting. Next up we have Titan Quest. The storyline unfolded when 3 minor giants hatched a dastardly scheme to free the other titans from their prison. They planned to unleash legions of monsters on the earth to strike fear into the hearts of humans. The game starts with the player as someone who wants to protect his ancient Greek town from monsters who are ravaging their crops. Next up we have Diablo 2 Resurrected. All of the original content from Diablo 2 has been reworked from the ground up into Diablo 2 Resurrected, complete with high-definition textures and enhanced gameplay. It's essentially the same game, and veteran fans of the latest Diablo entry may or may not like its outmoded mechanics. If you're new to RPGs but want to try one of the finest loot games on Switch, give this one a chance. Next up we have the Borderlands Legendary Collection. While Borderlands Legendary Collection is still an action role-playing game with plenty of treasure, it is approached from a first-person viewpoint, making it stand apart from the other titles on our list. In addition, it places an emphasis on using firearms rather than physical attacks or magical devastation. Next up we have Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. A Monster Hunter game's primary gameplay is always the same. Select an iconic weapon, engage a difficult enemy that will quickly dispatch you if you let your guard down, and plunder their corpse for materials to create more powerful armor. It may seem like a lot of work to get all of your stuff. The game's joy, complexity, and replay value are all maintained by the superb monster battles and unequaled weapon design. Next up we have Torchlight 3. Torchlight 3 was developed by Extra Inc., which Max Schieffer created, the co-creator of Diablo. The action unfolds from an isometric perspective, and players may choose from a variety of different character classes. There are various new and interesting features in Torchlight 3, such as the fort system. Each player builds their own unique fortress, which may be explored by others. Next up we have Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet Complete Edition. The setting of SAO Fatal Bullet, a virtual massively multiplayer online role-playing game, is based on the same named light novel series. The game's plot continues with your created character following the events of SAO Hollow Realization. The show's protagonists, Kirito and Asuna, will also make appearances. In battle, you employ a third-person shooter with auto-targeting and precision aim to destroy enemy strongholds. So that's the list of 8 best loot games on Nintendo Switch that you can play in 2022. Your support is much appreciated if you like the video and want to see more from Games Puff.